and welcome. My word, what an almighty fuss is being generated over the PNP-centered sermon delivered by Pastor Michael Harvey during the devotion exercise at the party's mass rally.
Where there is the PNP, there must be the presence of God. And so we welcome at this time Pastor Michael Harvey to lead us into prayer. You make me stronger.
He was never introduced in his official capacity as Vice President of Spiritual Affairs at Northern Caribbean University or even as a pastor from the Adventist Church. I just knew that he was a pastor. When I heard the sermon, though, I said, this man making some seasoned political campaigners look bad. Then it blew up. And I went to my notes to see what I wrote while listening to him. It was that the message was a party-centered sermon, and it sounded as if it was coming from someone with a church in a constituency that never voted for the opposition party. Here are some of the words from Dr. Harvey's sermon.
It is time to rise up and be counted. Step up, Jamaicans. Rise up, comrades, and rally to the cause.
Well, by late Monday afternoon, both the church and NCU administration issued statements saying they distanced themselves from comments made by Harvey, who had urged Jamaicans to support the PNP. Here is a part of their message. As an institution owned and operated by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Northern Caribbean University does not support or oppose any candidate for elected office, a position that is based on our denomination's historical position of separation of church and state. While individual members of the church community and university community are free to support or oppose any candidate for office, it remains neutral, and all candidates for office and all university property remain neutral space in respect of elections. Members of our community are free to participate in the voting process according to the dictates of their own conscience, but denominational employees are expected to exercise extreme care not to express views in their denominational capacity about any candidate for office or political party. The NCU administration said while it values all workers and institutional leaders, it maintains its long-standing historical support for the separation of church and state by not endorsing or opposing any candidate or political party. Well, you know, the head of the church said the man must step down from his position in the church. This is coming from a church which cries foul the loudest when it believes its members are being discriminated on religious grounds. How are you now going to discriminate one of your own for his political belief? I could not believe it. For the Adventist Church in 2007 campaigned for the GLP, and individuals were told to call the undecided or new voters and urge them to give the GLP a chance. I have family who had their list of who to call, so before you say it ain't so, I know what I'm talking about. This is censorship of the worst kind. This is coming from a church that voted that women should stay off the pulpit because Ellen G. White or some book says so. Now I understand the dictatorship that is your church. No wonder you believe you have a right to store dirty water for a month, to breed ZV mosquito and make noise to disturb people at all hours because you are the church. I have one question. Why did NCU and the church feel that it was important to make such a declaration? So the MPs Andrew Holness and Arnaldo Brown should leave the church? Why not allow the JLP pastors to perform duties at JLP events? I really don't know what the fuss is about, because when all is said and done, most people are JLP or PNP or disaffected JLP or disaffected PNP. Independence? What the hell is that? Go and fool on yourself that churches are not political. See you at Lord's Supper. And until next time, stay close to the edge. No business. Nah, take back my chat.